Hey, shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kordash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144. Salakia, starting with the 144,000 men of the Lord, which consists of the servants, the prophets, who have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. A shalom, beloved Akim and Akwath. Shalom. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a brief live stream, nothing long and drawn out. There's this video that came across my feed. Let me see something real quick. There's this video that came across my feed, right? The name of the YouTube channel is a homestead journey or whatever. And it's pretty much going to tap into the conditions that these Babylonians are in, man. Primarily you women. What we're noticing is that the Lord is opening up on you women. All right, in these first stages of Babylon the Great crumbling, man. Hey, we know you Judite women are feeling the pressure. I mean, you are being laid off at an alarming rate. All right, as Esau falls, you women, starting with you women of the tribes, you're crumbling right along with them. Why? Because that covenant that you made with them since the garden, right, being joined hand in hand with them, right, agreeing with them, it's ultimately coming to bite you in your ass in these latter days, man. And the Lord's showing us through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai that He's not favoring you women. All right, for the most part, it's you women, all right, that are in a situation right now where, hey, this the Medicare and these various SNAP programs, WIG, all these government programs that have been recently done away with through Trump, you're suffering from that. Showing you that what you were relying on that. Okay, that allowed you to be disobedient to your man. It allowed you to usurp authority over your man. It allows you to compass your man. All right, which means go around them. All right, and you've been living like a little harlot. All right, for a long time. But now that time's coming to an end. The Lord's putting a stop to it. All right, He's forcing you women, and I'm specifically speaking to you women of the tribes. He's forcing you to come to your senses, and come to the realization that you need your man. All right, and in the days we're coming into, not just any old mediocre type of man. No, a man more precious than fine gold, man. A man of the Lord. All right, who's going to be which pretty much is going to be a covering. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick before we get into this. See, because Babylon the Great's about to go completely down. It's crumbling as we speak. All right? It's crumbling as we speak, man. The book of Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 1, and it reads, "Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness," right, Yahweh Shai, "and princes shall rule in judgment," the 144. Okay, look. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind and a covert from the tempest, man. See, when upon this destruction coming, a man of the Lord is going to be likened unto a savior. The Lord's going to be dealing with his men. Okay, who you think them spiritual powers are going to? The men of the 144, whoever they may be. You see? Look. And a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land, man. You see? So yeah, scripture said woman's going to be saved by childbearing, right? So whose child you going to be bearing? You're going to be under the wing of a man, preferably a man of the Lord. All right, if you're on the soils of Babylon the Great, that's the only way you're going to make it out. Okay? Everyone on this soil is out of here. Only the elect is going to make it out of here, from the men of the Lord to the innumerable multitude that are here, of the men, women, and children of the elect. These are the only souls, all right, that are going to make it out for this landmass before Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai executes that second death, which is going to come in the form of fire, man. And this is the reality of the story. All right? And we're seeing the beginning stages of this place's judgment come to life. Man, let me get this too. And then we'll get this clip. Let's go here real quick. The book of Isaiah, chapter 24 and verse 10, and it reads, the city of confusion is broken down. The city of confusion is Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon. That's what Babylon means, Babel. It means confusion by mixture. Okay? We're just talking to the various religions that are here, cultures, okay? The various sex orientations that are here, which pretty much, this place is likened unto Sodom. As you can read in Revelations, what's that, Revelations? The book of Revelation, I lost my train of thought. I think it's Revelations, is it Revelations 11? Let's just get that real quick. The book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 8, real quick. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. Their dead bodies. This is talking to us Israelites, being in a dead state of mind, being that we didn't have the understanding of who our power was. All right, we were going from mountain to mountain, hill to hill, trying to seek rest. Right, settling on various philosophies of the heathen, which ultimately led to our destruction every time. You see that? Look. Salakia, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. And what also backs it up is Proverbs 21 and 16, right? Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Okay, this place is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Sodom, need we explain? Okay, they have a rainbow flag, which is truly a representation of the covenant that was made with the Most High and Noah, being that he wouldn't ever drown out every living creature on the earth again. They've taken that beautiful creation of a rainbow and turned it into a profane token. You see, which is another reason why Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, is gonna have to pay in the days to come. But anyways, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Look on the back of your dollar bill, right? Go to Vegas. All right, look. Where also our Lord was crucified, man. Right, so what they do, they X them out. They X'd our Lord out. You know, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, his real name being Yahweh Shai, they've X'd him out. How? His true judgments, his true doctrine, all right? His true will, in the form of him delivering his elect in these latter days, man. As far as him putting these heathen in captivity for 1,000 long, drawn-out years. No, they've created a universal doctrine. They say God loves everybody. Or they push this replacement theology, which pretty much says everybody and anybody, right, can take part of the promises and the glory and the eon to come in the form of that second covenant. You people out of your mind. But anyways, going back to the point. All right, going back to the point. Isaiah 24 and verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. And look at this place. Look at this. Look at the infrastructure. Okay? Look at the mindset of the people. Look at the quality of life. Look at the food. Look at the water. Look at the air. You know? Come on, man. This is not living. But the Lord is about to reset this place. Right? Look, let's continue on. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. Okay? Yeah, we're coming into the time where that little lockdown that happened back in 2020 is a joke compared to what the Lord's about to do in the days to come. All right, and what you see happening in D.C., you better believe it's going to be expanded throughout. All right, because what you're witnessing is the beginning stages of martial law. All right, with this federalization of D.C. Okay, you better believe that. It's about to turn up. But guess what? All that's necessary in efforts for us to be delivered. Okay, but think about this. What state are you woman gonna be in? Okay, when the rubber hits the road. And now you gotta exercise survival skills. You're gonna need a man, man, because you're not built like that. And preferably a man of the Lord that's gonna be guided through the counsel and the wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Look at Isaiah 24:11. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened, man. Right, there's a crying for wine in the streets. What does wine do? Wine brings comfort. All right, when you sipping some yan, you know, you get settled in, put some of your favorite jams on, you settled in, you comforted. You're comfortable. Right? Hey, guess what? There's a cry for that right now. Because not even strong drink can bring these people comfort, the situations they're in now. All right, the level of poverty that they're experiencing now. Right? The reality of them being on the losing team. Okay, look. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Right? Party time's over. Party time's over. All right, and this is and that's the beginning stages. Okay, from this place being broken down. A cry for wine, a cry for joy, a cry for peace, a cry for rest. Right? To the mirth being gone. All right, clubbing doesn't suffice anymore for you reprobate Babylonians, man. Right? You getting wasted from Friday to Sunday isn't doing the job no more. Okay? Look, and this is gonna be the end game right here. Isaiah 24:12. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten. Salakia. Let me read that again. Isaiah 24:12. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. And that's what's coming. Destruction is coming. In the form of those ICBM missiles. This is the reality. Okay? And you everybody outside of this council is gonna be left wanting. You know? Well, we're gonna be comforted, Lord willing, we're part of that precious number throughout the course of this process of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai taking this place out. Now, real quick, going back, putting the scope payroll back on you, woman. All right? Which trust in this place. So you trusted in this place. How do we know you trusted in Esau? Look at you now. Listen to this. Bear with me.
You know how when we were growing up, the idea of living in a third world country seemed so far off. It seemed like something you would watch in a documentary or something that you'd read about. Now it just feels closer than ever because you go out into the cities and you see streets lined with tents. You see more and more people living in cars. You see people that can't afford food anymore.
This is what our shitty ass healthcare has come to, where my patients need medicine and supplies and their insurance won't cover it, and here I am spending my own money because my patient needs it, and he doesn't have any money and he can't work. And the insurance won't even cover what he needs. And I'm sad and I'm sick and tired of it.
I'm about to be homeless in like 2 days. I don't want your pity or I don't want you to feel bad for me. But what I would like is for anyone to know what it's like to live in your car and maybe some essentials that I can pick up that's going to be super helpful. I already have like a little porta potty situation, but I'm thinking of like, you know, I don't know, maybe some electrical things that I'll need for like charging stuff. I mean, I have car chargers, but like I really don't want to have my car like on the whole time while I'm doing it. I think my car charges while it's off.
Now, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm sorry to break your heart, sweetheart. Your car doesn't charge while it's off. That's why your car's off. All right, but you see, woman, the mindset of a woman, right? The Job tells us that he didn't give him any wisdom. You see, your car it's not gonna charge while it's off. No, man. There has to be a source of energy giving that battery, giving that energy. No, the car's off. It's off. You know? Now, granted, will it dwell? Will it dwell for a little bit and then go to sleep? Maybe, but not for long periods of time. When you shut that car off, you forget about it. You're gonna be able to really get a reliable charging source off that car. Anyways, you see her mindset. She's oh, I don't want your pity or nothing, you know, but I want your advice though, you know, how to live in my car. And this, see, now she's just, what she's done, she's thrusted herself in the arena of needing a man, for sure. Because now she has to rely on survival skills, which a woman isn't equipped to operate under that type of mind state. See, this is why she's seeking social media for guidance. You see, because she needs guidance. Women need guidance. Women need to be under a man of wisdom. Okay, and she's literally, in so many words, she's showing that in this little clip of her seeking for guidance, all right, to live in her car successfully. Okay? Anyway, let's continue on.
Need for like charging stuff. I mean, I have car chargers, but like I really don't want to have my car like on the whole time while I'm doing it. I think my car charges while it's off. Any essentials that you think I might need, anything that will be helpful, even any places that I can go and like park to be safe. I am in California, so if you know the area, specifically Bay Area, that would be helpful. I'm gonna get a gym membership so I can shower and all that stuff. Any places not to go, any don'ts that you can offer, let me know. But I'm a woman, so I just want to feel safe. I want to feel comfortable. Obviously, I'm outside, so. But like, and I was already thinking about getting some like window covers so that way people can't see in at night. But yeah, I'm in California. If you have any tips, please leave them in the comments.
I'm an American. I pay $1,600 for a flat that has no bedroom. That's 2/3 of my income. I'm an American. I work 50 hours a week. I don't have health insurance. I'm an American. I couldn't afford to have a child even if I wanted to. I'm $7,000 in debt. I'm an American. My health is declining because I can't afford Whole Foods because that's too expensive for my life. I am very overqualified for my job, but no one else is hiring. I'm an American. I make my boss hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, while I can barely keep myself alive. I'm an American. I have never been out of the States. I have never been on a vacation. I'm an American. I make $20-some an hour. A livable wage here is like 30-some. Yet I don't qualify for government assistance whatsoever. On the days I don't work, I'm so tired I just sleep all day. I'm an American. My electric bill is so expensive I sit outside in the heat because I can't afford to turn the AC on in the damn house. I'm an American, and I fear I'm just an average American. I'm living the American dream.
Real quick, hey. Losing. Okay, defeated. You see, confused. Hey, why? Because they trusted in Babylon. Matter of fact, let me get a quick precept. This is what happens when you trust in the shadow of Egypt. Real quick, let me get this real quick. There's a few more clips I want to show. Isaiah. Check this out. Isaiah 30, we all know this, right? Isaiah 30:1, and it reads, "Woe to the rebellious children," which is talking to Jake, right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you rebellious children, right? Saith the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, which is iniquity. Okay, because when your foundation is built off of this wicked empire's philosophies and ways of life, guess what? You're operating under the guise of wickedness. This is a wicked place, man. This is a wicked place. You see, and if you subscribe to it, hey, you're part of the problem. You see, you're part of the problem, bro. Look at that. Walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and trust in the shadow of Egypt. And what does a shadow do? A shadow covers you. You see? So what does Jake do? Jake trusts in this system. They trust in this place's this education, right? They trust in this place's military and police force. All right, they trust in this place's democracy. All right, they trust in this place's system. Period. All right, and they want to be settled on their lees here. But the scriptures tell us, pursuant to Micah 2:10, what? Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. It will destroy you even with a sword of destruction. Why? Because ultimately this place is going to be destroyed with a sword of destruction. And if you're joined unto it, pursuing Isaiah 13, you're going to be thrust through with it. This is the reality, and this is what we're seeing. We're seeing everybody that trusted in Babylon the Great crumble with it as it crumbles. You know? Look, therefore, Isaiah 30 and 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. You see, because Isaiah 47, the Lord's going to make this place come down and sit in the dust, which that dust represents confusion. And everyone that's dwelling within this place's devices, right? Within this place's a council, you know, if you're trusting in this place's support and whatever it can give to you, if you trust in this place, if you think this place is going to continue on forever, you know, MAGA, right? You're going to find yourself confused because that's not the will of the Lord. You see? Anyways, look, let's play this one.
Than America. I was thinking about this. We are the richest country on the planet, one of the richest countries. Why does it look like ass? Like, really think about that for a second. Like, when you're driving, if you're not in like Florida or California or the coast of like Oregon or whatever, it's like, this place looks like shit. And we have so much money. Like, I'm thinking of like Europe and Japan and all the architecture like across the world and how beautiful it looks. Why don't we have like rose gold buildings and like, why does the Kmart's and like all of the stores look like shit? Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking in my head, I'm closing my eyes and I can imagine like look at China, like Shanghai, like the coast, like all those videos you see, that's like no joke, stunning, beautiful, high tech. You would think America would look like that with the amount of money that we have, but it just looks like, right,
because it's crumbling. Let me go ahead real quick. Let me get this last one. Girl spits spits some fire right here. Hold on.
Cities are treating us like shit. And for most of us, van life is the last resort. And we're being hunted for it.
So I see a whole bunch of people, I don't know if they're real or not, that's why I'm not going to pull the comments, talking about becoming homeless or houseless, however you want to identify it as, and how they're going to choose hospital parking lots because it's safer. And I just want to put this into perspective as a woman in her 50s who lives in an off-road vehicle. You need to throw this ideology of I need to stay safe out the window, because there is absolutely nothing safe about living in a vehicle ever. First of all, the weather. It's about to be over 100 degrees, which means it's going to be probably about 110 in your vehicle. And since most homeless people have a problem with detachment, you're probably hoarding as much stuff as you can from your old life in that vehicle, giving you even less space to live and to breathe. So that is probably the last thing you need to worry about, is where can I sleep that's safe? You need to worry about your health. You need to worry about how are you going to stay hydrated, how are you going to exercise, and how are you going to give yourself the quality of life you deserve? Because just because you're living in your car does not mean you don't deserve things. And if I can tell you one thing you need to master, it is going to be the art of detachment and get rid of all that shit in your car. You don't need it. It doesn't serve you. You're holding on to a life that no longer exists. Get rid of it. It's holding you down. It is going to be so hot. You have no idea what it is like to be homeless when it is hot. So if you want to think about safety, I highly suggest you start thinking about where you're going to live near water and with cooler temperatures. Because driving around the city you became homeless in is a trauma loop. And going from hospital parking lot to hospital parking lot, that's not safety. You're a moving target. That's what you are. And I don't know if a lot of you are in the understanding that being homeless is pretty much a crime in almost every state. Whether it's a crime or not, you are shunned, you are looked down on, the police give you problems, and nobody likes the homeless. So when it comes to, oh, I just want to feel safe, I'm a single woman and living in my car, nobody gives a. You are now homeless.
Hey, she ain't lying. And ultimately, this was the plan of Esau. With these skyrocketing mortgages, the inflation of rent, via the gentrification, that they're exercising, all throughout America, right? And this is they're pretty much putting people's backs against the wall with their hands tied behind their back. You see, forcing them to live in their vehicles, and this is becoming a reality, for a lot of Babylonians, and you women are falling victim to it, man. You women that were these independent, I don't need no man. I don't need no man, woman, are falling victim to have to live in your vehicle, man. And after a couple of nights of living in your car, reality is gonna settle in. Judah was not Judah. She could have been a Judite, but the Eve in the beginning of the video, you heard her. She was, I don't want your pity or anything like that. She thought she thinks it's gonna be a walk in the park to be able to live in her car. She has no idea what she's about to get involved in. You see, we're in the time now where the Lord is stripping you, woman, okay, from the vintage, man, from the mirth. Okay, let's close out with this. And it's about time, man. It's about time. The book of Isaiah, chapter 32, and verse 9, and it reads, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease." And you women have been at ease for a long time. Okay, you've been able to wiggle around Babylon specifically. Because this place right here, pursuant to Revelation 17, and 5, this is coined as the abominations of the earth. This place allows you women to operate under a position of a leader. Here it is. You can strip everything from your man, man. And you can make a phone call, 911. He's choked you up and smacked you. No proof on it. He's still gonna get arrested. Okay? Take him to court, go through the motions, you take all this shit. This is what this metropolis has a lot. This is the type of power that this metropolis has given to you women. You see? But your time is running out. Your blessing that you've had under Esau is running out. All right, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. I gotta go. Ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. Right, the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. All right, and this is why you're being thrown out head first out of your apartments. All right, look at tremble, ye women that are at. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins, which you're going to be lamenting. That's what that sackcloth's about. You see? So yeah, man, hey, you women of the tribes that are in this thing, hey, count yourself blessed, because understand, you outnumber us. I believe it's 7-1. You outnumber men. Women in general outnumber men like 7-1, if I'm not mistaken, was the last time I checked. So understand this. If you're in this truth, and the Lord's dwell within the courts, okay, and you're operating under a obedient spirit, you fear the Lord, you believe. Hey, count yourself blessed, man, because, hey, hold on for a second. Let me try to turn this off to interfere with this live. Yes, hey, so count yourself blessed, man. Because, hey, there's so many women are going to get done in by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. The majority of them are going to get done in it. If you're in this thing, count yourself blessed. Okay, and stay locked in. Stay locked in, because you're going to come to find out. All right, your homegirl, all right, that's still going clubbing. All right, she still got 20 niggas on her line. Okay? And she's making a 6-digit salary. Understand that she's not going to win. Okay? And at the end of this thing, she ain't going to win. She going to be out there looking crazy. confused, and defeated. Hey, Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwath were edified through the spirit and power. Yahweh Bashim Shah, Lord willing, you were spiritually fed. That's all I got through the spirit. I got to get up out of here. Hey, Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwath. You know, may Yahweh Bashim Shah be with you, you and your family. You know, fast as well as pray. You already know Yahweh Shah's on his way, man. He's showing us all the tokens, all the signs, even though, honestly, we believe. We just believe based off what we read. Okay? But the Lord's blessing us with the visuals, man. All right? He's literally, prophecies coming to pass right before our eyes, man. And we're witnessing it. We're walking testimonies to it, man. You see, so Tawadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you know, for allowing us to dwell in his courts, for allowing us to be able to qualify the hope, all right, to be part of this second Exodus, all right, which is going to come in the form of the deliverance via chariot, through the spirit and power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Lord willing, we're part of that precious number, Akiyam and Akwath. I'm going to leave you with that. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Hey, Shalom, beloved Akiyam and Akwath. Shalom.